We have a CBC News investigation next to share with you, and it's into allegations of a practice that may have led to many Canadians with serious eye problems receiving tainted medication. Chris O'Neill-Yates joins us live from St. John's this morning. Chris, good to see you on this. What is this condition and the treatment that we're talking about?
Well, it's called wet macular degeneration. It's the leading cause of vision loss. Common in seniors, but others get it too. In total, it affects 2 million plus Canadians, and there's no cure. However, Lucentis and Eylea are two therapeutic injectable drugs, very expensive drugs, that slow down the condition.
I fail to understand how a product can be interfered with in Ontario. Packaged in syringes, which are unapproved drug-containing devices, shipped to Newfoundland and administered. It's incredibly risky behavior. It's interfering with a commercial product, which is illegal.
Now that's Ken Dix. He's a Newfoundland pharmacist who's been sounding the alarm since 2015. The drug companies themselves stipulate that each vial of Eylea or Lucentis is meant for one single use and the rest to be thrown away. However, the vials do contain some amount of overfill to ensure that the right dose can be drawn. Well, through access to information, Dix and his lawyer uncovered that a pharmacy in Ontario was tasked with taking small amounts of overfill in the vials and creating more doses. It went to tender in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, and the plan was to ship them en masse to this province. That contract was ultimately cancelled, but the documents revealed that this was already happening. These were being shipped to this province long before the government went after that bulk deal.
And Chris, so you've been made aware of some potential wrongdoing in all of this.
Yes, and that's just what Ken Dix has been talking about. He went through access to information and, started to raise the alarm on this. He went to federal, provincial regulators, wherever anyone would listen to him, and he said, that this is a practice that he felt should not continue and was not in the best interests of the patient.
Chris, it is also alarming, especially for people who suffer from this condition. What is being done about this now?
Well, Ken Dix has never been satisfied with the regulatory response. Anything that would end the practice of dose splitting. All of the people involved in this, provincially and federally, denied our repeated requests for an interview to talk about this. But to make his case to regulators, Dix hired a lawyer, Keith Morgan, who specializes in pharmaceutical law. And Morgan feels that this is not just a Newfoundland and Labrador issue, it is a national issue.
Well, it's not just a Newfoundland issue. This is a national issue. It's one that we understand has tentacles all the way across Canada. And it's one that there has been some tacit acknowledgement of the practice in the jurisdictions for both Alberta and BC.
Now, when they brought this to the attention of Bayer, it reiterated its position and issued a directive in 2022 saying that dose splitting is just not on. It shouldn't be happening. We brought this to the attention of Health Canada. They said they're aware of these third-party arrangements and are working on a regulatory framework on the issue. Ken Dix's position is that they already have the regulatory framework and that they could be acting on this issue if they chose to.
Chris, thank you for this. Chris O'Neill-Yates for us in St. John's this morning. And you can read more about the investigation done by Chris and her team at CBCNews.ca.